Yo, listen up. This ain't no fairy tale. This is one of those stories where everything looks normal until it ain't. It all went down in a small town just outside Chicago. Quiet neighborhood, same faces every day, nothing ever popping off. People left their doors unlocked, kids rode bikes late at night. Yeah, that kind of place. Then there was Marcus Hill. Dude was 24, worked at a gas station, kept to himself. Not many friends, but nobody had beef with him either. Just a regular guy trying to get by. But here's the thing. Sometimes the quiet ones, they got storms inside. The night it started. It was a Friday night, around 11:45 p.m. Rain hitting hard, streets empty. Marcus just finished his shift and was walking home, hood up, headphones in, mind somewhere else. That's when he saw it. A black SUV parked across the street, engine running, lights off. Now, most people, they'd keep walking, not Marcus. Something felt off. He slowed down, pulled out one earbud, and that's when he heard voices. Not normal talking, more like arguing, real heated. Then suddenly, bang, not super loud but sharp, like something you don't want to hear at midnight. Marcus froze. His first instinct? Man, this ain't my problem. But curiosity? Yeah, it got him. Bad decision number one. Instead of walking away, Marcus stepped closer, real slow, heart pounding. The SUV door creaked open. A man stepped out, tall, wearing a dark hoodie, face barely visible, and in his hand, a gun. Marcus ducked behind a parked car, trying not to breathe too loud. The man looked around like he was checking if anyone saw anything. For a second, it felt like he knew someone was there. Then he dragged something out of the back seat. Not something. Someone. A body. Marcus's chest tightened. Dude realized real quick. This wasn't some argument. This was a full-on crime scene. The moment everything changed, Marcus reached for his phone, hands shaking, trying to dial 911. But right before he could hit call, his foot slipped on the wet pavement. Just a tiny sound, but loud enough. The man's head snapped in his direction. Silence. Then, "Yo, who's there?" Marcus didn't move, didn't breathe, but it was too late. The guy started walking toward him. Slow, calm, dangerous. And that's when Marcus knew he wasn't just a witness anymore. He was part of it. Aight. Now things start getting real messy. Marcus stayed crouched behind that car, barely breathing, rain still pouring, heart going crazy in his chest. The footsteps? Getting closer, slow, steady, like the dude wasn't even in a rush. "Come on, I know somebody out here," the man said, voice low but cold. Marcus clenched his jaw. "Stay quiet, just stay quiet." But his phone, still in his hand. Screen lit up. Yeah, big mistake. That faint glow hit the side of the car, and the man saw it, caught. "Yo!" Footsteps sped up. Marcus didn't think anymore, he just ran. Slipped out from behind the car and took off down the street, shoes splashing through puddles. Behind him. "Stop running!" Gunshot cracked through the air. Marcus ducked instinctively, almost tripping, but kept going. His mind was racing. This dude really trying to kill me over what I saw. The chase Marcus cut through an alley, jumping over trash bags, knocking over a bin. The whole neighborhood felt dead. No lights, no people, nothing. Just him, and that dude chasing him. Footsteps still behind him. Not far, too close. Marcus turned a corner and saw a fence. Tall, metal, locked. Aw, man. He grabbed it anyway, started climbing. Hands slipping from the rain. Halfway up, a second gunshot. The bullet hit the fence with a loud clang right next to his head. Marcus froze for half a second. That was all it took. The man grabbed his leg, face to face. Marcus kicked hard, adrenaline kicking in. "Let go!" He twisted, managed to slip free, dropping hard on the other side of the fence. Didn't even stop to feel the pain, just ran again. But when he looked back, the man wasn't climbing the fence. He was just standing there, watching, smiling. Yeah, smiling. And then he said something Marcus would never forget. "You can run all you want. I know where you at now." The real fear hits. Marcus didn't stop running until he reached his apartment. Locked the door, checked the windows, turned off all the lights, hands shaking like crazy. He finally called 911, tried to explain everything, but it came out all messed up. "Sir, calm down. What exactly did you see?" the operator asked. Marcus looked out his window. Just to be sure, street empty, no SUV, no man, nothing. Like it never even happened. But here's the twist. A few minutes later, police showed up. They checked the area. No body, no shell casings, no SUV, nothing. One officer looked at Marcus and said, "You sure you didn't imagine this, son?" Marcus stared at him. Imagine? Nah. He knew what he saw, and deep down, he knew something worse. That man was still out there, and now he knew Marcus too. Man, this is where it stops being just fear and starts turning into a nightmare. Marcus ain't sleep that night, not even for a second. He sat on his couch, lights off, TV on low, just staring at the door like something might bust through it any second. Police already dipped. They ain't find nothing, so to them, case closed. But Marcus knew better. That dude wasn't bluffing. The first sign around 3:17 a.m. Marcus's phone buzzed. Unknown number. He froze. For a second he thought about ignoring it. But curiosity? Yeah. Same thing that got him in trouble before. He answered. Hello? Silence, then breathing. Slow, calm, right into the mic. Marcus's chest tightened. Who is this? Then the voice came in, low, almost whispering. Why you ain't keep walking, Marcus? How he know my name? Marcus jumped up like he got shocked, heart pounding like crazy. You got the wrong number, man, he said, trying to sound tough, but his voice cracked a little. Soft chuckle on the other end. Nah, I got the right one. Call disconnected. Now it's personal. Marcus locked his phone, hands shaking, mind racing. How he know my name, how he get my number. Then it hit him. Work, gas station, name tag. Yeah, that's all it takes sometimes. The knock. A few minutes passed. Too quiet, too still, then knock, 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 not loud, not aggressive, just controlled. Marcus's whole body went stiff. He slowly turned his head toward the door. Another knock, same rhythm. Yo, Marcus, and open up. That voice, same one from the phone, right outside his door. Frozen. Marcus didn't move, didn't speak, didn't even breathe right. He grabbed a kitchen knife from the counter, holding it tight like that was going to save him. Come on, man, I just want to talk, the voice said, almost friendly now. Marcus stepped back slowly, every instinct in his body screaming, don't open that door. The scariest part. Then the voice changed, no more calm tone. Now it was cold, sharp. You think they gon' save you? Silence, then one last sentence. They couldn't even find the body. Footsteps, walking away. But it gets worse. Marcus waited. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, nothing. Finally, he built up the courage, walked to the door, and checked through the peephole. Empty hallway. He slowly opened the door just a crack. Nobody there, but right on the floor, a small object. He picked it up. His stomach dropped instantly. It was a photograph of him, walking home earlier that night, taken from across the street. Marcus whispered to himself, he been watching me. Aight, now it ain't just fear anymore. Now it's a hunt. Marcus stood there in the doorway, rain smell still in the air, holding that photo like it was burning his hands. That wasn't random. That meant one thing. Dude had been watching him before that night. No more safe places. Marcus slammed the door shut, locked everything again, pulled the curtains tight. But it didn't matter anymore. Once somebody got pictures of you like that, your safe place ain't safe no more. He grabbed his keys. Man, I gotta get out of here. Back to the police. Marcus drove straight to the station, not even thinking twice. Walked in looking stressed, eyes red, holding that photo like evidence in a movie. Yo, I told y'all. He's real, Marcus said, dropping the picture on the desk. The officer picked it up, looked at it, then looked back at Marcus. Now things felt different. This wasn't just a story anymore. What they found. A couple officers went back to check the street again. This time, they found something, not a body, but blood. Washed out by the rain, but still there. And something else, tire marks, from a black SUV. Now it's serious one. Detective stepped in, older guy, calm, the type that don't talk much. He looked at Marcus and said, you didn't imagine anything. Marcus felt a small bit of relief, but it didn't last long. because the detective added, but you just got yourself involved in something real bad. The truth starts coming out. They pulled up reports. Turns out, a man had been reported missing that same night. Not just any man either. He had connections. The kind you don't want to mess with. Money, power, enemies. The realization, Marcus sat there, piecing it together. That dude, he didn't just kill someone randomly. The detective nodded. Yeah, and now you're the only witness. Silence filled the room. Marcus swallowed hard. So what happens to me? The detective leaned in slightly. Right now, you stay somewhere safe. But here's the problem. Marcus shook his head slowly. Nah, that ain't gonna work. The detective frowned. Why not? Marcus pulled out his phone, opened it, and showed him something. A new message, unknown number, just 2 words. Nice try. And below it, another photo. This time, Marcus inside the police station, taken just minutes ago. Game over? The detective's face changed instantly. Everybody in this building, and he's still watching? Marcus's voice dropped. He told me, I can run all I want. He know where I'm at. Now it's not just Marcus in danger, now it's everybody around him. And that man, he ain't chasing anymore, he's playing. Height, this is where it all comes crashing down. That photo changed everything. Marcus sitting in the police station, and somehow that dude's still watching? Nah, this wasn't normal. This wasn't just some random killer. This was someone who planned everything. Lockdown the detective didn't waste time. Whole station went on alert, doors locked, officers checking every room, every hallway, even the cameras. But here's the crazy part. Nothing, no suspicious person, no sign of anyone sneaking in, like the guy was invisible. The truth hits hard. The detective walked back to Marcus, face serious. There's only one way he got that picture. Marcus looked up slowly. He's close, he said quietly. Detective shook his head. Closer than that. Inside Job. They pulled up the CCTV footage, rewound the cameras from a few minutes earlier. There Marcus was, walking in, talking to the front desk. Everything normal. Then the camera angle shifted and froze. Right there, in the reflection of the glass door behind Marcus, a figure, standing still, watching him, inside the station. Panic. Yo, rewind that, one officer said. They zoomed in. Blurry, but clear enough. Same hoodie, same posture, same man. Marcus's whole body went cold. He was right behind me. The last message. Marcus's phone buzzed again. Everyone in the room went silent. He looked at the screen slowly. One last message. Told you, no matter where you go. Then, the lights went out. Whole station, dark, chaos shouting everywhere. Backup power! Check the exits! Stay together! Flashlights flicking on, but in all that confusion, Marcus got separated, the end of the run. He found himself in a hallway, alone, breathing heavy, heart racing like it was about to explode. Then, footsteps, behind him, slow, calm. Marcus didn't turn around. He already knew, face to face. One last time. Man, you should have just kept walking that night, the voice said. Marcus closed his eyes for a second, then turned. Same man, same cold expression, gun in his hand. The final choice. Marcus raised his hand slightly. Why me? He asked. The man tilted his head. Wrong place, wrong night. Same words Marcus had been thinking since the start, but here's the twist. Suddenly, voices echoed from the hallway. Police, don't move. Flashlights hit the man's face for the first time. He looked annoyed, not scared, just irritated. What happened next? A loud noise. Officers rushed in, confusion, shouting, then silence. Next morning, news reports everywhere. Suspect in custody. Witness safe. Investigation ongoing. Marcus survived. Physically, yeah, but mentally, nah. Some things don't leave you. Final line. Weeks later, Marcus moved out of town. New place, new life. But every now and then, he still checks over his shoulder, because deep down, he knows one thing. People like that don't just disappear. They wait. The end.